Hi, this is Barry Leadham, and I'm coming to you once again from Sacramento, California, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to keep your business growing and thriving after your work market has turned into a sub-zero, icy wasteland, because you're in the networking business. You get paid to talk to people, remember? And ultimately, you must talk to people in order to complete your business goals and be successful. So if you dread making phone calls, networking, or meeting new people, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back to show you 4 easy survival skills to warm up to a cold market. In my last video, you discovered causes behind social anxiety, that your fears and emotions stem from childhood issues as well as genetic traits, and that your primary fear is a heightened concern about your social performance and what other people think about you, and also what physically occurs in your body when you become apprehensive about marketing activities and talking to new people. But fear is largely learned, so it can be unlearned too. So right here, right now, I'm going to show you 4 easy cold market survival skills to keep your fears in check so you stop avoiding one-on-one marketing activities that are necessary for success. Number 1, look at the underlying cause of your childhood fears and write them down. Now, I want you to go back in time and invoke some old memories. This might be painful, but necessary for your personal growth and ultimate success. What are the things that your role model said or did to you to create social anxiety? Write them down. Now, this could all stem from just overparenting, reinforced simply by look both ways before you cross the street and walk home straight after school and don't talk to strangers. Now, this was necessary at that time due to increased risk of childhood danger or abduction when you were 5 years old, which has now followed you into adulthood. But guess what? You're not 5 anymore. You're a powerful, courageous, confident, successful entrepreneur, and you can't wait to start your day to positively impact people's lives, whether you're selling vacuum cleaners, a business opportunity, wellness products, or real estate. So go back in time and write down your childhood fears. When you write your fears down on paper, you clear your mental environment of old negative thoughts to make room for newly formed positive thoughts. Number 2, remember that the first prospect is the hardest one to talk to. So psych up, because fear, F-E-A-R, is just false evidence appearing real, largely due to unresolved childhood issues and genetic traits, as you now know. So make a list of the worst things that could possibly happen to you if you talk to someone you didn't know. Like, well, what has happened to me? I've been yelled at, I've actually been cursed at, called names, demeaned, not only is your business a scam, but you're a scammer too. I've been thrown out of a Pilates studio and got kicked off a property of a for sale by owner when I was in real estate. Now, that's not very professional of them, is it? So the first step before prospecting in a cold market is to talk to people you do know to develop a social rhythm. First, call a family member who looks forward to talking to you, but don't talk about your product, business, or service. Just start talking to them about something of interest in their life. Then after that call a friend who isn't expecting to hear from you and do the same thing. After that, call an acquaintance, someone you don't know very well, and follow up with something you last talked about. You'll find by the 3rd phone call, your physical reaction to social anxiety will be more like a 2 or a 3 instead of a 10, and you will now be in a social rhythm to move forward to make those more difficult phone calls or networking in a more relaxed manner. For example, Hi Marilyn, this is Barry Leadham. Met you about 2 days ago at the Java Hut. I was following up with you about what we were last talking about, XYZ. Is this a good time to talk? So practice talking to your warm or lukewarm market before entering a cold market to develop confidence and a social rhythm. And remember, the fear of something bad happening is far worse than it actually happening and most likely won't happen, especially with communication practice and preparation. Number 3, recognize the physical sensations caused by your fight, flight, or freeze response and teach yourself to interpret these sensations more objectively. First, create an action plan for facing your social fears before networking, one by one. This includes first writing them down, like we just mentioned in step 1. This also includes communication preparation by practicing what you're going to say before you say it. Then create a social rhythm by talking to people you know first and then cold calling or networking afterwards. Also, the right support from a managing partner can help you gather the courage to go outside your comfort zone and slowly, little by little, try new things. And when your social anxiety hits you, look at it objectively and practice some positive self-talk like, okay, that's just my heart beating fast again. That's just a normal reaction because it's almost my turn to speak in the group. This happens every time. No big deal. It's just adrenaline that's going to propel me to do my best presentation ever. So create an action plan before networking and marketing activities because if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Number 4, pick a small goal to aim for. What I want you to do is talk to 2 new people a day for 5 days, and that's it. And see what happens. Because there's no bad experiences, there's just life experiences for personal growth. But don't talk about your business, product, or service. Just strike up a conversation with anyone you meet in public, whether it's about their smartphone, clothing, their car, or what they think about the dog bones you're about to buy, or whatever. Talk about anything relevant to your environment and remind yourself to go for it. Then work your way up to talking to 2 new people a day every day. Soon you'll get to the point where you have established such good rapport that you can comfortably ask and collect their contact information, then stay in touch with them about something that interests them in their lives. And when the timing is right, then you can educate them about your product, service, or business. At which point, don't forget to treat yourself to something extra nice because congratulations, you've just conquered your social fears and become a master networker. Great job. I'd like to end by saying that social anxiety is not your fault, so don't feel ashamed or bad about it. Sure, no one wants to experience criticism and embarrassment and be judged by others, but successful entrepreneurs don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about it prior to talking to new people, so it doesn't prevent them from moving forward to completing their business goals. Dealing with social anxiety takes willingness and courage to face your fears by slowly moving beyond the edge of your comfort zone by trying new behaviors. Then the willingness to practice these new behaviors and then being consistent with your practice. It takes a commitment to go forward rather than backing away when feelings of social anxiety arise. How? By practicing the 4 survival skills I just talked about. Then little by little, you will unlearn being afraid and discover how to be more comfortable every day. Each small step forward helps you build enough confidence to take the next step forward, and the next step, and so on. As your fears begin to fade, confidence and positive feelings begin to build. Pretty soon, you'll be thinking less about what might feel uncomfortable and more about what might be rewarding and how you're about to positively impact someone's life. And sure, you'll encounter some mean people out there, but remember, what people say about you is more of a reflection of themselves and not you. So don't buy into anybody else's negative reality. If you buy their opinion, you're buying their reality. And if you buy their reality, you're buying their lifestyle, which is most likely the lifestyle you're trying to get away from and why you got into this business in the first place. Remember, to impact people's lives and live the lifestyle of your dreams. This is Barry Leadham signing off. If you enjoyed this video, you got value from it, please like it, share it, or leave me a comment down below. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by.